Hi friends, it's Sintang Mayumi. I have treat bags project today. I hope you like it. I have 12 by 12 pattern paper from Doodlebug. And I'm going to cut this paper pads or pattern papers at 8 1/2 by 6 inches using my guillotine trimmer. This green pattern paper is also from Doodlebug, 12 by 12 paper pad that I have from my stash, and I'm also going to cut it the same size as the other pattern papers. And now I'm going to score the cut pattern papers at 2 inches and 2.5 inches. So you will score one side at 2 inches and then flip the paper and score the other side at 2.5 inches. This part is optional. I'm scoring the long sides of the cut pattern paper at 1/4 inches apart, and I'm gonna do that 3 times. I'm gonna do the lines 3 times. I don't have my crimpers on hand, that's why I'm using my scoring board, and you don't have to do this part. You can just leave it as it is if you want to. Now that we are done with the scoring part, I'm going to die cut the front part of the paper, and I'm using Spellbinders fancy scallop ovals, and I'm also gonna use one of the die from Sizzix Framelits scallop hearts die set. So I'm just gonna tape the heart on the paper in the middle, and I will die cut them with my die cutting machine. Now what I'm doing here is I'm adding my double-sided adhesive on the back of the edges of the die cut, and then I'm going to add my acetate so it will look like that. So I already went ahead and also added some adhesive on this other two. Now I'm going to add my strong double-sided tape in the middle inside of the paper. So I'm just gonna add a strong double-sided tape on both sides, inside the paper and outside the paper on the edge. I already went ahead and die cut the scallop ovals using white cardstock, and I'm going to use this Fawn summertime charms, and this one has the to and from, so that's what I'm gonna use. I have my to and from sentiment mounted on my acrylic block, and now I'm going to stamp the to and from on the scallop ovals with Versafine Onyx black ink. And for the sentiment, I'm going to use this Holtz Things / Chalk stamp set. I think that's what it's called. And I'm stamping the Happy Valentine's Day on scraps of watercolor paper with Versafine Onyx blocking, and then I'm going to cut both ends of this sentiment with my scissor. And now I'm going to adhere the back side of the paper, just the back side where we added the adhesive on the edge. I will also adhere my sentiment on the upper part of the scallop oval die cut, and I will add gold thread on the back of the sentiment to add something, and so the sentiment doesn't look plain by itself. The sentiments will also pop up with foam tape, and I also added a little bit of the liquid glue because I have the gold thread on the back, so I'm just making sure the sentiment and the gold thread will adhere well on the paper. And we can also adhere our scallop to and from on the back of the paper. Now for our Hersheys Nugget wrapper, we're going to cut it at 1 inches by 3 inches. So I'm just going to cut my scraps of the pattern papers to 1 inches by 3 inches. So these are all my nugget wrappers. I already also went ahead and added some double-sided adhesive on one side of the paper. And now I'm dividing my Hersheys Nuggets into 6 because the treat bags will hold 6 Hersheys Nuggets. Let's go ahead and wrap our Hersheys Nuggets. So it's really easy to wrap them. Just wrap it around the Hersheys Nuggets and then peel off the backing of the double-sided adhesive and adhere the two ends together. And now that our Hersheys Nuggets are wrapped, we can add them in the treat bag. The treat bag will hold 6 Hersheys Nuggets inside. And because we have the clear acetate, you can see the cute wrappers that we use to wrap our chocolates. And then we can remove the release paper from the adhesive and we can close both ends of the treat bag. I'm just going to finish all of them here. For this one, I close one end first and then add my Hersheys Nuggets and then close the other end. So I think this way is easier because the Hersheys Nuggets is not gonna fall down when you're adding the Hersheys Nuggets, and you can position them inside the treat bag and then you can close the other end. And my treat bags are complete. As you can see, I made a yellow version of the green gingham, and these are the other two that I made. I hope you like today's treat bags, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.